Hey guys, welcome back to Sim UK. I've got some news for you. Do you remember a game called Wreckfest? Or more succinctly, next car game Wreckfest. It's a destruction derby game that came out in 2014. Sure you remember it. It was absolutely miles ahead of the game back then, but development kind of ground to an absolute halt. Well, THQ Nordic have jumped in and they want to make this game good again. So guys, in order to promote this game once again, they've reduced the price down to £12.50. Now this game's been out for a long time, charging full price and just delivering nothing, really. People are annoyed, people are fed up, people have had enough of this game and this company. The fact that they've joined up with THQ is good and it's bad, because if you look at the history of THQ and what they've built, I mean, the most recent thing that they've built that's been any good, and it actually turns out it seems to be very good, is This Is the Police. But that's not a simulator. That's not a racing game. They have released 2 racing games, although one of those was a rehash of an old design, which, well, theoretically people are getting quite excited about, but it's not available on Steam, and to be honest with you, I don't think it's in the same league as Wreckfest should or could be. That being said, if you look at the MX vs ATV Supercross Encore game, which is available on Steam, you'll see that they're getting mixed reviews there. Primarily the issue with the game seems to be around graphics or limited graphic capability. Now Wreckfest isn't going to have that problem, but the other thing that concerns me about what they've got there is the fact that they have a ridiculous amount of DLC. We're talking an additional £137.69 in order to download all the DLC. Now, as part of this amalgamation of the two companies, they're promising the following things. A career mode. By achieving victories, players can get access to more and better cars and upgrade them with various parts. That is already there. It's already in the game. That is part of the game. Car customization, a complex system allowing the players to fully customize their cars for their individual needs, like more armor to withstand the competitors, or more powerful engines, Again, that's already there. More cars, more tracks. THQ Nordic and Bugbear Entertainment will make sure a constant flow of additional content will be added on a regular basis for the remaining months of the early access program. Now, what does that mean? As part of the game? Because people have already paid maximum price for this, and they've got very little back over the last 4 years. So I'm thinking they need to start chucking out some free tracks. New multiplayer server to guarantee an outstanding racing and wrecking experience. An official Wreckfest server will be opened. Just one, mind. So what is it about this? I don't know. I've had this game on my wish list for an awfully long time. Never bought it because, well, there was so much negativity around the lack of development for this game, and at £30 for an early access game, it just goes against all the principles of early access. Certain companies will just charge full price for their game with the understanding that it's going to be so good that you should just pay outright. Sometimes that's true, most of the time that really isn't true, and I think what's becoming more and more evident of late is that if you want people to invest in your early access game, then you drop the price. You drop the price considerably, and as things like features and fixes and patches and updates and content start to appear, then start bringing your price up. So the concern is this game going to work out? The potential 4 years ago was incredible. I picked it up today at half price, £12.50 I think I paid for it. I'm going to keep my eye on development. They've only got until December. That's not a huge amount of time to do any sort of considerable development. But to be fair, having played today for the first time, it's not that bad. In fact, it's pretty good. The destruction capabilities of the vehicles and even the physics of the cars is pretty good. Graphics-wise, it could definitely do with a boost. Content-wise, it dramatically needs a boost. Will it turn into something that's worth investing in? I can't be sure at this time, but what I can tell you is that I have the game right now, and I'll be keeping a close eye on development and letting you know on the channel how things are progressing. So that's all for me, guys. For my first ever drive, I thought I'd include that video in today's video so that you can see for yourself where Wreckfest is at this time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.